Hi friends, Right Careers welcomes you to another brand new video for this week. This is Yes Sudarshan, your career coach. Before we get on to this week's topic, the customary thing, in case you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you so much. And in case you haven't, do click on the subscription button and also the bell button for instant notification of all parenting and career related videos regularly. Now moving on to this week's topic, if you are a parent, it is a very important topic for you. Now as a parent, are you concerned about your child slowly starting to hide things from you, or rather slowly started to tell small lies? Every parent thinks that the child is innocent, and yes, every child is innocent when it's born. As and when it grows up, it develops some humanly and earthly habits, I should say, and lying is one of those habits that we all develop at some point in time. So as a parent, we need to understand that every child lies at some point in time. So this video, we will aim to decode as to why a child lies, what makes them lie, when do they lie, and as a parent, how do we overcome this situation. So that's exactly the topic that we have taken. The topic that we have taken is why children lie, and how to deal with defiant children and how to overcome the lie issues that's there between a child and parents. So that's the topic that we have taken. Before we move on, let me give up some statistics to you. A child usually starts to lie at the age of 3. Yes, a child usually starts to lie at the age of 3. So don't be surprised if your 2.5-year-old, 3-year-old child starts to lie. It's very common. Now children lie more when they grow up, especially from 4 onwards, age 4 onwards till 6. That is when the statistics say a child lies a lot. Like the way the brain grows from the age group of 4 to 6, the lying also grows. It is nowhere related to brain growth and the lying, but still that's how it looks. They actually get better off in lying in this age group. How do they get better off? Their body language, their tone and their facial expressions change. It makes the parent believe that's true. So at the age group of 4 or 6, a child lies a lot. Now when the child grows slightly older, say 8 years, 9 years, the child lies and lies successfully. Now what do you mean by lying successfully? When a lie is not getting caught, it is successful, right? So usually at that age group, parents also don't easily catch up, and therefore a child successfully lies from this age, which is in the age group of age 8 to 12. Now post 12, the adolescent, when the adolescent teenage starts, a child lies to, a child lies more often, more serious lies happen. So these are the phases in which child lies. Now moving on, a very important phase, why do children lie? Now it's very important to diagnose, as to why children lie. Now as parents, as elders, we all understand that when we go to doctor, the most important thing that a doctor has to do is diagnosing the illness, right? Now when a doctor diagnoses the illness correctly, that itself means 60-70% of the illness is cured, because you have medicines for anything these days. If diagnosed properly, the medicine can cure the disease. Similarly, as parents, we need to diagnose as to why a child lies. Now if you diagnose it, half of the problem is solved, and then we will have solutions to sort it out. So why child lies at different ages is something which we will see. To begin with, if you find that the age group of 2 or 3, when a child is in the age of 2.5, 3, 4, etc., it lies, you need to understand that it really doesn't differentiate between what is truth and what is false, right? So that is the real case. So it is usually a child lies at this age because of wishful thinking, nothing else. So that's when, as far as age 2 to 3 is concerned. Now 4 to 5, a child lies to cover up things, to cover up a lot of things like shame, disapproval, negative consequences. These are some of the reasons as to why a child lies in the age group of 4 to 6. Now sometimes children lie to escape the rules that we set in. For example, the homework rule, some children will bypass homework so that they get to play more. So that can also be reasons. So there are similar reasons as to why a child lies. Moving on, now we will see age appropriate lies and how to overcome those lies. Is something which we will see. To start with the toddler category, usually a child at that age, 2 or 3 or 4 lie mainly for sibling, mainly when a sibling is involved. For example, if you have 2 children, a 2 to 3-year-old toddler can lie stealing chocolate from his or her brother or sister. robbing of toys could be an example. If this is the case, the child wants to exhibit it some kind of independence in it, and that's why it lies. Now, how do you respond as a parent? You need to respond in such a way that don't be too strict. You cannot be too strict to 2 or 3-year-old, because a child really doesn't differentiate between what is truth and what is false at that point in stage. Therefore, don't act too strict, too rigid, and don't punish them. Remember, toddlers are too young to get punished for lying and for various reasons, and therefore be subtle and tell them that don't lie. That's about it. You don't even need to react too much when your toddler lies. But that's not the case when your child grows up. When a child grows up to the age of 5 or 8, it's called primary schoolers. A child tends to lie a lot. Because the frequency of lying also increases. Especially, this starts from school. I'm not blaming the school, but it starts from the class, I should say. The classes, homework, teachers and friends. There are a lot of reasons behind this as to why a child lies. Often the regulations and responsibilities. See, when a child grows from a toddler to a primary schooler, some kind of responsibility creeps in, and not everyone accepts responsibility at that age. Therefore, it could lie, bunking of homework, not doing the homework and things like that. As a result, children resort to lying and please people, with whatever they do. Also, attention seeking could be a case. So, these are the reasons as to why a child lie at that age. Now, how do you address as a parent? You should address directly with children. You should talk to the children directly and provide a honest and positive feedback as to what happens when the child is honest and what happens when the child lies. So, you need to give them a real-time picture as to what happens when a child tells the truth, what happens when the child fakes or tell lies. So, that's the way to handle 5 to 8 age group of children. Moving on, a little bit sensitive, age 9 and 12, we call it as tweens, not twins, tweens. Now, children in this age group start slightly becoming sensitive. When you grow, when you become 8 or 9, you slightly start becoming sensitive in all aspects. And often, it lies to overcome those sensitiveness. Children of this age group will also try to get more attention from elders, parents, especially if it's a boy from its mother, if it's a girl from its father. This is a very, very common phenomena, and parents should definitely be straightforward with tweens. And we have to be, straightforward with teens and make them understand the implications of life. Now, if you make them understand the implication, half of things is sorted out. For example, as a parent, which we all know, we have to allow them to make mistakes. If a child makes mistake, don't shout or don't quarrel. You have to allow them to make mistakes, and always you can say that, yes, it's a mistake you have made, but nothing wrong. You can always, better it the next time. Something like that you can say, so that it doesn't create that kind of fear in itself to lie. So, straightforward talk is definitely the way forward when it comes to handling a tween. Now, the more important aspect, adolescent. When your child grows up to the age of 12, 13 and so on and so forth, it still starts to lie. It lies for reasons like academic reasons, which we already saw, relationship reasons, because that's when, the lot of relationship issue will start from schools, and also bullying reason. People will start bullying your child. Racial abuse in some part of the country is also a common phenomena as to why children lie as an adolescent. If your child tells it deliberately, if you think as a parent that your child is lying deliberately, you have to tell your child that lying is not okay. It's absolutely not okay to lie. It's something which you have to hit the coffin straight away in the mind, right? And you have to be calm. You stay calm, talk calmly with your child, and tell them how you feel when a lie is being imposed on you, or how the other way happens. If you lie to them, how happens. So all these things you can tell. But the most important tip I would like to give at this point in time when you deal with an adolescent child is avoid them calling a liar. Now, if you call them a liar, they will further only, this will implicate them, and then this will further make them lie more. And this is something which I don't tell. It's a psychological factor. So never ever call your child a liar. So that's something which you can do. You can always emphasize the difference between being honest and being dishonest. That's something which you can do, and you can also tell the implications. Now, there is another situation where you could also face as a parent is lying for others. Your child, all along we have seen lying for itself, but your child can lie for others also. When a child lies for others for various reasons, as a parent, how do you handle it? you have to reassure to your child that, if the child comes up with the truth, it's safe. I mean, it will be very, very safe, and it will be protected when the child opens up on the truth. Also, as a parent, you need to make sure that you are there for them. You will do everything and anything to make them feel better and live better. That's something which you have to do. And as a parent, I think we need to be role models to your child. First, as an adult, we should not lie. We should not make sure that we lie or something like that, or child knows that we lie. We should not lie, as simple as that. We remain role models, and we need to be honest first. That's exactly what I wanted to say this entire episode. And in case you have any further doubts on how to overcome lie factor, do contact us. All our credentials are mentioned beneath this video. And until next week with altogether different concept and topic, see you all. Have a safe week. Thank you.